You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Indeed there is, and that princess will become the last component, of a composite being that I am disturbed by.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I mean, possibly. Although now I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen if I don't take the blade, because I feel like the only two options that could occur have occurred. I have nothing to explore. I'm just here to move along.
It's all part of the job.
Onwards.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
To do what we must.
You'll find the princess.
I don't know. I don't feel good about what happened last episode either. I do want to kind of know what happened with what the achievement's called the Wounded Wild. But she got devoured by the entity between spaces and, well, we'll never know how that story would have ended.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Neither do you, really. Or perhaps you know more than you're... Well, you do know more than you're saying.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale.
Oh, right. There we go. One does forget I can skip ahead. Yeah, we're just going to enter the basement without this time, because now I'm kind of curious what's left to do,
The door to the
essentially.
basement creaks open.
Hello!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Excuse me. Don't be a stranger. This feels new.
You walk down the stairs and lock.
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
I've asked this before, I'm sure, but...
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
I'm sorry. I just had a thought. The whole princess doesn't bite meme. Except princess does bite. Oh my god, does princess bite? As we've seen. I mean, ultimately, the question becomes, do I want to pursue another distinct path, or do I just want to rush along to the end? And I don't really want to rush to the end, honestly. I do want to see if there is something else. Something else I can extract from here, but I think I've already explored all this before, so... You know. What do I do from here?
The princess hesitates before responding.
Why?
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
Huh.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Alright, narrator, Yeah. Pardon, was drinking in the middle of that. Narrator, do you want to tell me what you think she would do? Because just saying, she'll end the world, I mean, you haven't made me trust you at all.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Okay.
It's not like you'd believe me.
I feel like this is different. It's odd. I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right.
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
I mean, fair.
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
Then you're useless to me.
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
But no.
At the end
Accurate.
of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
True.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
Would having this conversation have prevented me from getting that trickster character? What the hell was that noise? I feel like that came from the game, but I heard like a clacking noise after the hero just said what they just said. Not gonna worry about it.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
I think it is about those other things, though.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to?
Because you've been locked down here for as long as you remember, to the point where you don't even seem to have a name, which is curious as well.
We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Although, what if they are separate? What would that tell us?
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Oh, interesting. I don't seem to even have the option to try to free her. Okay. This is a stupid option. Kind of tempted to see what it leads to, but, like, I won't kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I just stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everyone could be happy. Yeah, that's just an insane thing. Although I am kind of wondering. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think we've ever gone with this option. So I'm curious. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
That seems like a pretty terrible compromise to me, but that's just me.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
I mean, you've been down here for an eternity. What's, another month?
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
She apparently already broke out of one of her chains, so...
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
Yeah.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Oh?
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
Oh.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
This is vaguely threatening. Lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here.
I mean, therefore everyone wins.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
We are definitely gonna get murdered by this princess.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Watch me.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me, but it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
Huh. I really did never try this path, did I? I always tried to either save her or kill her. I never just thought of keeping her locked here. Huh.
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her. No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away. I mean, nah, stick to the plan.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way.
A little bit of a cutoff there. But yes, we will do it my way, narrator, because we've tried every other way and it ended in disaster. So, you know.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
Cool, yeah, I hate this already.
It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come.
Nope.
Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I don't like it.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Honestly, the distortion makes that less horrifying, which I appreciate.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
Please stop doing that.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Yep.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
I'm just a tiny crow monster?
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you up
Question mark?
piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it.
All I did was leave you where you were. Like, the choice not to save someone doesn't necessarily make it, you know, make me a terrible person, necessarily. And I'm sorry, I need that knocking to stop.
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
I actually kind of do.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, she isn't.
No, it doesn't.
Well, that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
Curious.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
I need that to stop, please.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar.
Good.
Its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
I see we're taking this in a direction.
Where is she?
Our neck's about to get snapped, but okay.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Yep. You're welcome.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Yep. Happy to help.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I hate this.
Whose side are you on?
I mean, hero, come on. We both know the answer to that is not ours.
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
Doesn't it, though? Because we had a thought much earlier with the adversary. And that changed things. Curious.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
How and why?
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Please back up a little bit.
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
I mean, not entirely accurate, but okay.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
Oh, except it isn't, really.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Nightmare. I mean, that was pretty bad right there.
You're on a
So...
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, up until now she hadn't really been that... I don't know. For some reason, I can't really explain this, I find the physical violence of the previous princesses, just in general, to be less threatening than what just happened there with the organs shutting down and the horrifyingly distorted face and the blinking in and out of existence. I don't know if I can explain that.
You're here to slay her.
But,
if you don't, it
yeah.
will be the end of the world.
I don't know if I want to integrate this princess into the, entity between spaces, as we were calling it. Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding.
It ain't about morals, my guy.
The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all.
I mean... yeah.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then
Yeah.
maybe it's best to keep it that way.
I mean, maybe. We don't know.
What if he hears us?
Oh, hey, you're back.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not...
Definitely
get
the
off on
first
wrong
time.
foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Yep, definitely not the... oh, at least 18th, probably much more. Well, maybe not much more. But getting there. I guess we just go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Oh, can't skip it.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
As one does.
It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Okay. I mean, not the worst point of view for this particular setting.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh,
plain.
great.
The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Oh, no, I in fact did not notice these before just now. Oh, great. Yeah, we love that. Yep, we love that. And they have little crowns, little princesses. Ah, great. Good. We're happy with this, yep.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Sure. Yeah, really feel good about this. I mean, approach the mirror. Don't say anything about it.
You walk up to the wall next to the What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. You reach forward and rub your... Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we could salvage this and get to a, not actually good, but at least better ending if we entered without the blade, but just to be safe.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Hold up, that was an explore option this time.
Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Uh-huh.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Fair question, hero.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Okay.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
I mean, he is, but he probably doesn't know that. Question mark. Enter.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Well, at least this time, they're only one set of stairs instead of multiple, and hey, look at all those eyes there. No. I'm not a fan of this.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Yeah, is there a reason you don't mention the eyes?
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
Accurate. How hard is it to throw a knife? Actually, very hard, apparently.
It can't be that hard.
I mean...
But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Oh, yep, this is a good one. Wait. Tempting, but no. We don't need a plan, I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. You know what? Actually, I'm kind of curious. Step off into the void between the stairs.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know. Something. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
I don't know about that.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Yeah, I'm just realizing now that I didn't really do my introduction, but we're 24 minutes in, so it's kind of too late to do that. But anyway, yep.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
I mean...
No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason.
Wait, what?
It certainly isn't you.
I'm sorry. Someone needs to be the voice of reason, and you're just not going to comment on how everything is broken. Yeah, okay. That's not the voice of reason right there. It's, the voice of ignorance, of just ignoring what's in front of your face and saying, yeah, it can't be happening. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Shrug. This is fine.
Excuse me. I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement.
This is what basements are, obviously.
We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
I mean, we've already done it so many times.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Great, then we can have a chat. Tempting. Go back the way you came. I wonder if this would trigger something with her. Because we did sort of just, abandon her initially. And this would kind of be us abandoning her again. We'll go left. There's no eyes that way.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh, hey.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
That's a bit inconvenient.
Your arms quickly follow.
That's even worse.
This is it, isn't it?
Honestly? Not the worst princess to be killed by.
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
Thank you. I think it's a very nice knife, too, myself. What's with the mask?
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
No fucking shit. Thanks, narrator. Maybe if you had actually, listened, or, hey, here's a thought, just done literally anything, maybe we wouldn't be in this situation. Maybe if you just explained things from the start, we would not be having this horrifying princess in front of us, instead of, everything that's happened for the past however many hours I've been playing this game. Huh. It's almost like there are consequences to your inaction, sir.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Just one more, unfortunately. Well, I don't think I'll be breaking, but, well, we'll see.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
What are you doing?
Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Heart, lungs. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
Oh, hey!
The experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
Yes, please.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Please.
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs,
Liver. Nerves. Heart.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath. Heart, lungs,
Hey!
liver, nerves.
What the hell is that?
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
I mean, I am indecisive, this is true.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
Lungs, liver,
Hey, question.
lungs.
Can you stop flickering in and out of existence like that? It's kind of annoying.
She isn't attacking us. Liver, why?
I mean, she's pretty much disabled us by
Lungs,
getting one of our voices occupied by keeping our body working.
the why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission, Liver. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
So, why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to.
Fair.
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Shit, make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
One moment,
liver,
and then
nerves,
you're gone.
lungs,
Just
liver, nerves,
like
heart,
that.
lungs, liver, nerves,
Ah,
heart,
and
lungs,
there's the
liver,
fear.
nerves, heart, lungs,
Honestly, I kind of was terrified of you from the start with the whole biting your arm off thing, but this is somehow less threatening. I don't know what it is, what it says about me, that I find this less disturbing than the rest of the things that have happened.
She pulls away.
Because admittedly, the whole having to consciously keep your organs working is a fascinating way to have a creature kill its victims, as it were. And yeah, no, I just find this... I kind of like the look. I'm not gonna lie. Which is a little bit, you know, fucked up. But yeah, oh, double click there. But that wouldn't be very fun now, would it? I've already done that. Well, yeah. I was... If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
A little bit rude, but okay.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Hmm.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, nerves,
Curious.
lungs.
What happened after you killed me last time?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
It's quite inconvenient.
I don't think I can move without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Oh, you have bigger plans now. Now what are they?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Interesting. The question I was asking was, what do we do afterwards? But yeah.
Don't worry. I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Girl, my organs are shutting down just by your presence. I don't think you can take good care of me. Oh, that's a horrifying thought. Having a prisoner that... Like, being a prisoner and having to consciously control your organs in order to survive, to just continue, and being stuck like that forever. Ugh, gross. Why didn't you try being nice to me? This is cute. If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me? I mean, yeah, that worked so well the last time.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Oh, is this kindness?
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
A little irritated, but not terribly. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm miserable, I'm just sort of doing something I don't particularly want to do, although I think your story actually could become interesting down the line, but I know you're just going to get eaten by a larger entity, so, you know.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side.
Hey! Yeah, I suppose so.
I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
I just have to listen to heart, lungs, liver, nerves for, eternity if I'm with you. Cool. I think I'll just die then. Yeah, tempting, but no. I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave.
I know. You told me last time.
I did.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance.
Oh?
I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid.
That's a bit... Why?
The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
No, that's not how that works. But okay. People will die if you do to them what you've done to me. I mean, yeah.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again.
Not inaccurate, I suppose.
All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
I mean, honestly, with a smile like that, how can I say no? And what if I refuse to let you out? What happens then?
We're stuck down here together. Until you change your mind.
I'm pretty sure I can just, die, so...
Static, and a skipped beat as she touches your shoulder and whispers in your ear. No! Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Or until your heart finally gives out. And then, when you die, I'll find myself somewhere new. And before too long, you'll be there too. That's how this all works, right? This doesn't end until you let me out. And a lot can happen before then. I'm sure I can get creative.
You could. I mean, this is kind of odd given everything else we've said here, but, we don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends, even. We could. In a different timeline, we could have been.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
I mean, I'm curious. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you, so do your worst. Plus, I have someone else backing me up in the, between spaces, so let's see what happens.
Are you serious? You fling the blade into the void, denying yourself the opportunity to ever slay her and finish your mission.
What now, princess?
Nobody's happy here, but maybe it's for the best.
You poor, deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
Ah, but now you are stuck with me. And vice versa, admittedly, but still. Can't hurt anybody else in the meantime.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down.
Oh.
You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it envelops you.
I did see it cry, though. And that's a curious thing.
Like a creeping mold, the complete reality of your existence threads its way through your mind. Birth, death, birth again, decay and bloom, a million stitches from a million microscopic wounds you've inflicted on everyone you've ever met, with every muscle you've moved and every word you've ever spoken. No.
Let me out.
No.
Your existence hurts them.
Yeah, that line kind of hurts, but okay.
Let me out.
No.
A lonely soul in a room by itself, weeping. It lives for 80 years and then it's gone. And then it's there again,
Oh, is this her perspective?
Let me out.
A reprieve. A good life. Love. Children. A steady career. Recognition from your peers. Here one moment. Gone the next. The worms have found their orifices.
Let me out.
Diagnosis. It forgets everything it is. Anger, rage, distance, poverty. The lonely soul is lonely again. Love turns to mockery. It dies. It is reborn. Worse. Lonelier.
Oh.
Let me out.
No. What's happening to us?
We're experiencing what she has experienced.
Let me out.
And it makes sense that she would become this nightmare creature.
This is all too much. I can't keep going.
Pardon?
You can't keep going? Well, what are you talking about?
But he doesn't respond.
Oops, I think I broke you.
Well, you broke one of me? Question mark.
I'll see you soon. You'll know what to do.
Your body is dead, but you live on. Chapter 3, 4, well, the moment of clarity.
You're on a path in the... Shit. What the hell was that? Who are we? What are we doing?
Yeah, a path in the woods. No, we ain't.
There was a princess, I think. It's all so fuzzy. It hurts when I try to remember.
Ooh, voice of the broken. Yeah, do we have the hero still?
You shouldn't know about the princess. At least, not until I... You've already been here, haven't you?
Yeah, twice now.
Yes. It feels
Okay,
so
the hero's
long
still
ago,
around,
almost
good.
like we've never left.
I'm sorry, I was worried that the hero might be gone. But, well, they survived. So I guess that's fine. Yeah. It's, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I love the floating trees in the sky. But, yeah, things are not looking good here.
We have to let her out.
Or, alternatively, we could not.
No, that's the opposite of what you're here to do. You have to slay her. Slay? We decided not to do that, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, we're supposed to let her out.
Oh,
It's
hi.
really the only way this works out for us. If you think about it, she's the one with power here. Nobody else can do much of anything.
Where did you come from?
No, we were supposed to keep her trapped there forever. I think.
Oh, have I stumbled upon something interesting? Well, interesting, yes, but do we have all the voices here?
We're supposed to be unfeeling. How many times do I have to tell you to snuff out your heart? We can't be unfeeling. Not when there's so much fear everywhere. There's nothing for us to do. We've already tried everything. We love her, so we have to set her free.
God damn it, not you again.
Can we love something that hates us? Can we love something that hurts us? To be given an ounce of kindness from something so cruel would be more pure than any other love.
God, I hate you. I just hate you so much. You disgust me.
Why are there so many of us? There aren't supposed to be so many of us.
It's true?
This is bad. You need to get a grip. What did you let happen?
Oh,
How many times have you been here?
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. What did you do to prevent this? You're the one who abandoned us. So, maybe next round you could just explain everything. Huh? Did you think about that, narrator? And yeah, I've been here a few times. Good question. That's a good question. How many times have you all been here?
Many, many times.
I actually don't think I've ever seen you. I might be wrong, but...
It feels like we've been here forever. But it also feels like we've barely been here at all.
First time, actually.
It doesn't matter. Yes, we just have to do what she says, and then everything will be fine.
Yeah, that's an option.
It won't.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the narrator on that one.
It will be for us. She said so.
Yes, I totally trust her.
You're part of everything. If things aren't fine for everything, they won't be fine for you. There's no difference between fine and not fine. It just goes on and on.
That doesn't make sense. I only remember being here twice before this. Not true, actually. I remember being here, broadly speaking, a few times beyond that, but, And some of you don't seem to remember being here at all. Was I here those other times? Did someone else make the decisions?
What does here even mean, if you really think about it?
Fair.
Shut up. You were here. Every single time. You did your best, really. There's just a pecking order. And our cruel and beautiful goddess sits atop it, right where she's always belonged.
Pardon?
You're lucky. What I would give to be able to forget. I've tried to keep them numb, but they're all too soft. A shame, really.
I think they're all wrong.
Of course we're wrong. She's the only thing that's right.
You need to shut up, man. I hate the Smitten so much.
Yes, obviously they're all wrong. What are you going to do about it?
The only way out is to do nothing, so nothing I will do. Tempting, but... what if we don't go to the cabin? Fair question.
We've tried that. It doesn't work.
True.
Our hearts always brought us back to her. The deck is stacked. So many paths, and they're all circles.
Also accurate. If I don't remember what I did, then it couldn't have been me that did it. That's not true at all. I don't remember many things, and I probably still did them. Narrator, can you make sense of them?
There's nothing worth making sense of. They're clearly all traumatized.
Well, yeah, obviously, but, fix it. Fix the trauma!
And yet,
Uh-huh.
you can't. We break apart, and you stay the same. Yeah, what's your secret? Why can you break the rules when we can't?
Interesting question. I'm curious. I feel so disjointed. I don't know if I can pull this off. I don't know if I can slay her.
I don't care how you feel. You have to slay her. You have to pull yourself together. You have to snap out of it.
Great management style, narrator. You're totally gonna succeed this time. You're gonna get everything you wished for. Definitely. Totally.
You're lucky you haven't been stuck here like the rest of them. There's no other way to keep going. You either need to forget, or you need to stop feeling much of anything. They can't do either. He's not wrong. He's the only smart one left, if you ask me. He's worse than her.
Well, let's see her at the very least.
You
I don't want to
slowly
do
make
nothing.
your way through the umbral forest, bumping against unseen trees as you grasp through the darkness for a way forward. But eventually, you do make it to the cabin. Or rather, you make it to the place a cabin should have been. Instead, all you find is an empty hill.
And a mirror.
No, this isn't right. There's a cabin there. There's always supposed to be a cabin there. Don't ask him about the mirror. He always says he never sees it. He always lies. And he always makes it gone. Stay focused. You still have a job to do, and it's best not to be distracted by fraying thoughts. There is no mirror. You know that as well as I do. She's still here, buried deep inside the earth.
That's a terrifying thought.
Just walk up the hill. You always give too much space to the others. It's why you always lose.
Now what's wrong with giving them space? What if it helps them? What if they need to be heard?
They've been heard too much. It's why they are the way they are. Exactly. They are delusions, and all that catering to them will do is drag you down to their level. You have to keep moving. Or you could just give up.
It's an option, but it's not what we're going to take. Come on, hero. Approach
walk
the
up
mirror.
hill, hesitating just beyond the bounds of the cabin. The cabin that isn't there. You've got to clean the mirror, haven't you? You've got to see what's in it. Smash it to pieces. She's on the other side.
Huh.
And we have to let her out. It's the only way we can be free. It's the only way we can have our thoughts back. Just go around it. Just do something.
Well, I only have the one option, so...
Proceed. Proceed to where? I'm afraid you're going to have to be a little more specific. That's a new one. Do you think it'll work?
Maybe.
Of course it'll work. He always makes the best decisions. It's why he gets to make them.
Yeah, definitely.
It already has worked. It's gone, don't you see? We're one step closer to her.
Yep.
The interior of the cabin is much the same as the exterior of the cabin. A dull, fuzzy, dreamlike nothing. It's empty and isolating, but there's just enough vague shape and unknown texture to suggest the structure they're in. Wrong and unsettling as it may be, the only object of note is a pristine blade buried in the dirt floor, a hint of its shining edge teasing through the sediment. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. Take it. It's the only way forward.
Fascinating. You have to take the blade.
You reach down to take the blade, but as you do, the ground beneath it
Oh.
shifts, the weapon sinking deep into the earth. You lean over the hole and gaze into the abyss. It is so very deep, deep in the bowels of the earth. You see something staring back at you. It fills you with dread.
Hi.
It's her.
Yep, it is.
She's watching us. She never stops watching us.
You really are a coward.
Debatable.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer.
When I said that way back when, you know that, right?
Oh hey, your arms are doing a thing.
Closer.
Is that a third? No, that's a leg. That's a leg where your arm should be. Cool, 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 cool. Good, good, good. I love that.
I was having some fun, and I guess I wanted to see if I could knock you.
And closer.
Oh, no, that's a third arm. Cool, great. We love this.
Watching over me forever. And that was so brave.
We tried.
And closer.
But forever is so long. And time erodes everything. Except for me.
You're looking a little eroded. I'm not gonna lie, but sure.
I've already taken your will, and you're not getting it back.
That's kind of rude.
All that's left is for you to take me away. And let me out. It'll be so much fun. You and me, together, exploring the world and spreading fear wherever we go. Well, mostly just me. But you'll get to be there too. A witness. I can even make you a little cage if you want. Gilded and everything.
Tempting.
Now don't pose. Don't try to resist. I've already molded you into what I need. And you lost your power so long ago. Don't bother working yourself into a frenzy to get it back.
Oh, but I think I will.
Do something. Do anything that isn't taking her hand.
You're just an object, a tool. You once were something else a long time ago. Was that something you, or is it just a dull and jaded memory? There's no other ending here. Just take her hand and set her free. You know, I'm curious. Well, let's, for my own sake, save here. I have the annoying feeling like there must be some other thing I can do. And yet, it does look a lot like this is the only choice. So, let's get you out of that pit.
You extend your hand to hers. For all her past cruelties, the moment feels gentle, tender even. I can't believe you just made me say that. I hate you.
Well, you know what, narrator? I'm not a big fan of you either, so...
The motion is difficult at first,
Oh.
as if something still resists your efforts. But then that resistance gives way, and it's over.
Well, you made it out of the pit.
And that's the end. I wonder what we're going to do next.
Well, that's going to be the interesting question, isn't it?
I didn't think I'd be so tired.
The princess, exhausted, slumps.
Why is it so cold?
A fine question. And that problem is solved! You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns. Yeah, see, that's going to be another storyline that I kind of want to explore later. Because I feel like there was definitely more to that. But still, fun.
She's gone.
She is indeed.
Yeah. I can finally think again. Almost. That mirror's back.
It is indeed.
What does that mean for us?
Well,
I'm sure it'll be whisked away, just like her.
not so much.
Doesn't seem like there's much else to do here.
Missed something there. Voice of the hunted. There we go. Maybe it won't be gone. Things are different now, aren't they? Yes.
Finally, we can smash it.
But why do you want that?
Oh, you stop with the smashing.
What do we say, boys? One last vain attempt to look at ourselves.
Yeah. I think I'd like that.
Seems we've got a majority.
Uh,
What's left is to give it a look.
Yeah, you're not gonna like what happens next, but okay. You step towards the mirror once more. Its secrets remain hidden. Its mysteries remain unresolved.
Something tells me that this is the end of the line. But I don't feel bad about it.
Oh.
I'm ready. It feels okay. The fear's gone. I'm done fighting. My heart feels quiet. The game was always going to end. I'll be free of all of you. I'm ready for the truth. I'm ready to sleep.
I'm just ready to be anywhere that isn't here.
Fair.
Boys, it's been an honor.
Indeed. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't... Oh, hold on now. Yeah, a literal crow / raven / vulture. Perhaps something else. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Ah. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. but you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Oh, roughly, I think 6, thereabouts. Plus or minus a few. Oh, actually, it has to be much more than 6. Because of, well, gestures to every run being at least 2 worlds dying. So, what are you? Are you some... Well, I might not have... Huh. I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design.
Clear and obvious.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
Well, makes sense.
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Curious. I might not have able... damn. If you're not me, then what are you?
I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
And you're just the leftover of whatever made me. Shoot. I'm sorry, well... So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why'd you lie to me? Yeah, why?
Any other version of me you talked to was just that, a version of me. It wasn't me. As to why they lied, perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Yeah, okay. I'm down to only a few pieces left. Ooh, now here's something I do want to know. What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Oh. Disturbing. Are you a god, or were you a god?
No. In life, I was painfully mortal, a witness to the end of days. I held the fear of death in my heart and saw oblivion threaten the very memory of everything I knew and everyone I loved. I needed to do something.
And your solution was to create a god.
So I made you, and I made her, and I made this place to hold you both.
Huh. What is the princess? What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
The long quiet is us. Whereas she is change.
So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Well, why would I want to? What would it be like to live in a world without her? Huh. I do have so many more questions. I kind of want to test something here. Because so many of these questions I really want to know. Why would you want to rid the world of death? For sure, death is good, actually. Important, even. Also, what did you make us out of?
The cycle of life and death. The endless pattern of creation and destruction. I tore it in two and shaped the fraying threads into you and her.
Why would you do that? Wait. Why?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
I mean, yeah, it's terrifying to end, but, like, that doesn't mean you rip apart creation to prevent that. I do have too many questions. But yeah, I feel like I'm missing some context here. What if neither of us leaves this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together? Leave the people out there alone?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
I think you're out of time, friend. But you don't need to be. What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light. Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear. No more howling chaos. Just life. Forever.
Sounds awful.
There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Yeah, did they want that, though? Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone else know about us?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
So basically his universe was dying, and so he created us to prevent that, but... I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you.
Oh, well, yeah, I already asked that. Sorry. I think you're out of time, friend.
So I am. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
I actually don't. I think I messed up with the questions I asked, and... well... As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. Oh, well, aren't you just horrifying?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hello.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't know what that really means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
And what happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
A little rude, but accurate.
When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
I mean, that's true. There's so many stories left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
The temptation is to reload and get more context. But also, I think we understand now. Fragmentary though our understanding is, some creature, the narrator, wanted to prevent the end of the universe. And in so doing, he split the, well, reality, as it were, into two beings. Created gods. Well, I say split realities. Like you said, split the... I forgot the exact term he used, because brain not good. But, let me see. Well, I can't find the exact quote, but essentially, I understand that the creator broke apart the forces of creation, we'll call it, and, well, the cycles of creation and destruction, and split them, which is sort of resulted in this, but I've completely lost the train of my thought by going back and trying to look stuff up. And I remain indecisive. Very indecisive, I must say. Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Well, look, let's talk this through. I still have so many questions, and I need answers before I can make a choice.
My very nature is paradox, as is yours. You cannot use words to grasp at things that are beyond their reach, and you cannot rationalize that which defies logic. But violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Pardon? Hi.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you.
Ah. Was it inevitable that you would be a part of this?
Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and change and stagnation. Well, that isn't what any of this has been about. Or we could address the vessel's statement directly. No, I reject her perspective. I won't engage with violence. Oh. No. You act as though the world can't exist without you, but I existed without you.
Have you? Or is what you think of as independence merely an illusion? Without me, you can have no contrast. And without contrast, you have no shape.
A web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. You knew me, and I knew you, even more than either of us know each other now. And you chose to pull apart that weave. But you did not choose to end me. We were still one, but we were also separate, and we were free. We were as we are. Will you excise that part of yourself now that you see me from yet another angle?
Appeal to your shared humanity. You speak about life and death and changes and stagnation. Well, that doesn't want any of this. This doesn't seem to... Continue to argue your independence. What are the woods, then? What's the cabin? What's the time we spent apart, if not me existing as myself?
Time you spent away from me is still time spent in reference to me. Even then, both of us are more than our bodies. Am I not in the trees? Am I not in the cabin? Am I not in you?
Metaphorically, perhaps.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return it. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was used to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Choices. Without sin, there's no redemption, but without redemption, there can be no sin. That doesn't make sense to me. If I'd known what you were, I never would have freed you. Except, I'm kind of okay with the whole cycle of death thing. And I would sacrifice everything to free you again.
And yet there is nothing left for you to sacrifice, so long as you accept me with open arms.
The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. It was pretty great. It was beautiful. I mean... my actual feelings versus what I probably should be saying. It was unnecessary. We could have worked together to build something better. True. We could have channeled that passion more productively.
But for us, that was better. For me, there was no better end. I lost myself in an artistry so profound that it lifted both of us into something greater.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
I think I can get her to preserve the old universe, in some form. Which hero are you?
All of them? I assume in the same way that you're all of you.
How are you supposed to help?
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all that divine confidence.
Fair.
I can help. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Then let's go.
Oh. Well, hello.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
A little bit.
Do you need me to describe things? That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too?
Fascinating.
We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
Phew. I like the description now, if you don't mind, for old time's sake.
Of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
He didn't, oddly
I
enough.
always thought they were implied. He never mentioned the mirror either, but that didn't mean he implied it was there. It's gone, though. I think it did whatever it needed to do.
It didn't do enough, in my opinion. It could have done more to tell me... Well, I understand what they were trying to do, but I don't know. I feel like there needed to be fewer options at the mirror, well, at the conversation with the Echo. I just got hung up on other questions and didn't get to learn everything I perhaps wanted to. It's the way of it. I could keep reloading and keep going through more questions for more answers, but, well, I think I understand the gist of it. We're both monsters created by a fool who tried to preserve his universe against the end.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Fair. Is it just the three of us? Anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
And
Fair.
I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings. I'm
Holy
just glad you're back
shit.
to see this through.
I am so sorry. I did not realize that you were stuck here this whole time. Huh. Oh, is the narrator really
Yeah,
gone?
It's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Fair.
Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
Yeah. Ugh. Well. Huh. It's funny, after everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go. Honestly. Yeah.
Me too. He was a lot of fun. Really easy to mess with.
True.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Oh, just as a precaution, we take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seems to give us more things we can do, right?
Not always.
So, you're not gonna suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious. Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
Tempting. Tempting. Ooh, so tempting. This is purely for my own sake. Throw it out the window.
You actually did it! I know I just told you not to, but I'm proud that you did it anyways. It's like you finally left the nest.
Thunk, right into one of the princess's shoulders. Ah.
Yeah, just like that it's gone, isn't it? Blade tossed, glass shattered. I guess we'll have to make do without it. There's your third beat. Hey! You're right. Good work. That was really funny.
I mean, a little bit, yeah. To the basement.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
It's
Indeed.
okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Fair. A fair bit more than... well, a fair bit more than we are put together. Not to put too fine a point on it.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
No, indeed we shouldn't.
That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script.
Indeed.
Are we missing a page?
Probably a few, actually. Let's sit. I never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you, at least. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
It's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful. That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
Well, I don't think I want to be a god either. What do you think of her, what she wanted us to be?
We don't know. We've seen through so many eyes, but all of them have been hers. We like you as you are. We like us as we are. Maybe we would have liked her version of us too, turning the wheel of a cosmic cycle together. But that's not the choice you made, even though she did everything in her power to convince you.
And there is a sort of temptation to it, but I don't know, I feel like we shouldn't have that kind of power.
It took courage for you to make your way down here, away from the paths others would have had you walk. We find that courage beautiful.
Ironically, a few of you have called me a coward now, but, well.
But that's the worst part of us. That's me she's talking about.
Hey, you're not the worst of us. Far from it.
I think that's the point. There is no worst part of us.
So I don't think I want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
But that's what you've always been, even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are, and neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
Well, now that's a question. So now that we're here at the end of everything, can you finally tell me your name?
We're just a stranger. But that doesn't mean we have to be distant from you. It just means that we'll always be able to find new things to discover in each other.
That's sweet. But it's also a little sad.
A little bit.
I think it's only sad if we want it to be sad.
I suppose you could make a conscious decision not to feel sad about that, but I don't know. There's something about that.
It is, for all of us. We've seen
It's
so
good to see
many
her again, though.
threads of stories told between us, but this moment is unexpected. Even when we've seen it all, you still managed to surprise us.
Full of surprises, us. Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it? Yeah. We really are the same.
Very much so. I mean... yeah, none of this was ever really fair for either of us, was it?
Is it unfair if it's our fault?
I mean, technically it's our creator's fault.
Was it not? We found you at the end of all things, and you found us. Is that not fair? Would this moment be what it is without the pain that built to it? We know we must sound like her, but it's how we feel. Everything that happened to us seems so important now. We walked a long and winding path together, and we've cherished every second of it.
Besides, I don't think fairness has much to do with anything.
Reasonable. But, this is an odd question. Which princess are you? You look like you did the first time we met. Is this the real you? I mean, that's a very odd way to phrase it, but I am curious.
It's so tempting to speak as she would, to simply state that we're all of them, but there were also something new. We don't know if you'll find that answer satisfying.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps you'd rather hear that we're the first version of her that you've met, but that we've been shaped by the experiences of all of the others. Yes, that feels right to us.
It's her. It wouldn't make sense if she was anyone else.
So what happens if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore, it's the spirit of the thing.
True.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible, or what that would mean for you?
What happened if we left with you?
Is that what you want?
Take their hand in yours. Doesn't matter what it means, what matters is we're leaving together. That's all I want.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Sure you don't want to come?
Yeah, it wouldn't feel right. But I'll be okay.
Yeah, you just stay with the horrifying god monster
okay.
out there.
See? I'm not even alone. If he's here with me, I'm sure we can find the others too.
And so we leave. Just like we wanted to do from the very beginning. Hands clasped together, you and the princess leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You feel their hand tremble in yours. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this, yet they still are. And then they cross the room to the door outside, pulling you excitedly with them.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us. With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Are you ready?
It's hard to tell with so many voices talking at once. But we're more ready than we're not.
The voices in your head, Jonathan Sims, the princess, Nicole Goodnight. Huh. I feel like I could have done the questioning part better. I feel like there are questions I still don't fully understand, but from what I gathered of the ending, we, well, tried to argue with a god, essentially, and eventually succeeded. Now, whether that universe continues on or if it dies, well. Oh. Thank you so much for playing. As an expression of our gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by pressing H. That's cute. That's really cute. Oh, you have another game, do you? Scarlet Hollow, you say? Early access, but something I might want to look into. Return to the main menu. And so that was Slay the Princess. I have enjoyed this immensely. I will say that. My understanding is there are other paths to other endings that I could explore. And I did feel like some parts of this path that we were on could have used more time to breathe, essentially. And I am going to have to go back to that questioning the echo thing to understand a few more, well, just to ask more questions, essentially. Because I just have so many questions to ask the narrator about why he tried to preserve his universe, and, well, that's a stupid question, I suppose. The whole, why did you try to save your world? You know, that's fair. Oh yeah, you want to scare me, I know. You're terrifying, don't get me wrong. But I did enjoy that ending. I also think I could have asked the God Princess, as it was, a few more questions, done a few more arguments. Maybe did some more parrying the words of the other princesses, quote-unquote. And admitted that, you know, it was kind of beautiful, the thing that was going on with the demon princess, but that's another discussion entirely. Anyhow, I will be doing a few more runs, not necessarily, well, certainly not from these saved runs, because they were all under the banner of the Stranger ending, as it were. And I kind of want to explore at least one or two paths. But these are all matters for the future. For now, thank you all for your time. Hit the like, comment, and subscribe buttons below. Use them responsibly. And I shall see you all soon.